What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your love read. I've already pulled the card, so let's just begin. Very interesting. Okay. Aquarius, I feel like I can't remember who I was talking to where it felt like the same thing. I want to say Sagittarius. It was Sagittarius. And it's interesting, right here in the middle of your spread, you guys have Temperance card, right? Which is Sagittarius card. You guys could be dealing with a Sagittarius person. Interesting. But it's the same feeling of kind of needing to break some type of cycle um, of a situationship or a relationship or a person or whatever that may have been toxic for you in the past, right? The unseen energy at the bottom of the deck is that Devil card. So could also be a Capricorn person. But the Devil energy speaks about power and what has power over us, right? Talks about power struggles. These people are bound together. They're stuck. You know, it looks like he's doing a little bit of mind control action up there. It's very much energy of deceit and confusion. Again, toxic relationships a lot of times, because this is like the Adam and Eve that's supposed to be on the Lovers card, but they're not. They're not, right? They're controlled by the devil, and it's a whole different type of energy. So with that being said, it feels like there's something that you guys may have been needing to drop for quite some time. I say that also too because in your place you have the Magician card, right? In your other person's place, they have the World card. So for some of you, it feels like there is something that you've been needing to walk away from. Start a cycle, a new cycle, do things differently now. For some of you who are single, I feel like there are opportunities, right? Um, there are opportunities to meet someone else, but it seems like there's some type of emotional baggage that you still need to drop from the past in order to move forward to this new situation. So definitely this month, it feels like moving forward in either way. Now again, you guys start off with the Magician card, so you have all the tools to make whatever happen, right? It's like, um, old cycles have ended. This is your chance to start all over again, right? Depending on whatever you want to do. I feel like you guys are being very upfront, right? Being very direct with whoever it is that is coming into your life. Um, because a lot of you guys have had situations in the past that were very disappointing, and I feel like you guys are kind of going about things using your mind. This is such an Aquarius card to me, anyways, just because in this card, the King of Swords, he doesn't really have much expression, right? Like he's not run by his emotions; he's run by what's logical, what makes sense, right? And Aquariuses can be very aloof when it comes to love, so I feel like you guys are kind of wearing this mask right now, right? Um, and really wanting to be clear with everybody that it is that you do meet, right? Because you also have the Queen of Swords. Now, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, they're right next to each other in this read. Whenever I see two of the same suit next to each other, especially, that's really, it's like, I feel like you do have the potential right now to have a really dynamic, strong relationship with somebody that you may meet this month for you singles. Um, Someone who really compliments you nicely could be another air sign. Others of you are just dealing with other air signs in general, I feel like. But it feels like there's some type of truth that needs to be spoken. There's some type of communication that needs to be had, right? With the king and the queen showing up here. I feel like that's your aim, especially if you're trying to reconcile something. It seems like you are willing to move forward, but what's most important to you at this time is that there's clarity and truth. So maybe there was something in the past that you weren't quite clear on, or they weren't quite clear on, and that's how we're, leading right now. The person you're dealing with, they have the World card. So yeah, definitely talks about them also going through cycles and completing one. And this is, they're starting off on a new one, right? This could be a fixed sign person. We do have all the fixed signs in the corner. You've got the Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. Taurus. So it could be one of those signs, but definitely someone who's going through something too, or like is going through their own process too, right? Now, you guys again could have had a past situation. Like this can be this cycle that you guys keep going through. It's almost like I feel like for some of you, if this is someone that you've been dealing with, I feel like you guys both go through the motions of trying to fix it, but at the end of the day, like no one holds up their end of the bargain, or like there's just no consistency in that, right? Eventually, like things just tire out and like it's hard to flow easily. This person wants to flow easily, right? This person wants to figure out a way that you guys can kind of pour into each other's cups and still, you know, still like I feel like there's like an issue of like not feeling like being like punked. Um, yeah, I feel like this person wants to work things out. They want to be the person that pours into your cup. I feel like they do want happiness with you. I feel like they do love you. Um, but it feels like there's a need to start over, right? Make things fresh again, have fresh talk, make it feel like new again, right? Pages always come when we're on the cusp of new things, and wands are all about action. This is a very active, loyal, fun page. I think, especially if those of you who are looking to reconcile, the person that you're dealing with, I feel like they're trying to figure out how to make things fun again. Um, my only concern with all this is this may be a situation that you guys know that you've needed to drop for quite some time, right? Because in your blocks, you have this Eight of Cups. Now, Eight of Cups, it takes a minute to stack those 8 cups. This isn't anything to me that feels like it just started or just began overnight. This is something that, there's been time and feelings and emotions invested in it. Remember, 8 of Cups is walking away, yes, but it's most importantly walking away emotionally from something. So while some of you guys may not be breaking up and actually physically walking away, some of you guys might be walking away from the idea of something. If there was an idea of like you were married to the idea that your relationship was supposed to look like this or operate like that, you may be walking away from a certain mindset about something. You might be walking away from a certain behavior, you guys changing how you do something, or you might just be like keeping the person in your life, but stepping back emotionally from them and the situation because it's just something that over all this time you see at this point it's just not going to be what you want it to be, right? And that could very well be a possibility because after that you've got the Ten of Swords. So again, this is the actions to take in order to move forward. And I think it's important that what it's saying is, Aquarius, you may need to sit in this pain for a little bit. It feels like whenever you start to get uncomfortable or get upset about something that's going wrong, especially in your loving relationships, you don't allow yourself to sit in the pain long enough to do something about it to make it better. You know what I'm saying? It's like you'll instantly go out or drink too much or do something to distract your mind, right? So it's like the second you feel the heat, the second you feel the emotion behind it, you don't want to go there. But it's important that we go through the process. Otherwise, you just keep repeating it again. Again, this feels like something that keeps on repeating again. I don't feel like this is the first time for you guys. And all you're looking for at the end of the day is this Queen of Pentacles, right? Energy. She's very well taken care of, but she also takes care of herself, right? She's very abundant in all ways, not just her money and her relationships with people and, the way she feels about herself. In all things, she's abundant. I do feel like you guys can get there, absolutely. But I think you're going to have to sacrifice these two lower vibrational things. Like, these are good, but for a reason. I think it's important for you guys to right now emotionally separate yourself from something, especially if you know that it's been something that's been toxic, right? And long-standing, right? It might just be best to emotionally walk away from the thing and to really allow yourself to feel the pain that it put you through, because it's really the only way you can heal. You have to go through it, right? You have to go through it to come out of it. Um, and there's definitely hope on the other side. Again, for those of you who are single, you guys could be really coming to meet some people that you could find possibly very attractive, and in all types of ways, like you feel like you've met your match. But the thing is, if you don't drop whatever you've been dealing with in the past emotionally, you're going to make this new potential relationship very hard. Okay. But I pulled a romance angel card, and you guys got attraction. So it says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Again, I do feel like there are people around you, right? You're in a place, you're in a good place for attracting, right? You've got the magician, so you can make shit happen. It's just a matter of staying in that really happy place, right? And doing the work that you need to do in order to move on. If you're a single Aquarius and you want to move on to someone else, I would hope that you're making sure that you have dealt with your past trauma so that you don't pass it off onto the next relationship, because it looks like this has the potential to do that if you don't come to terms with things, if you don't allow yourself to feel, right? And if you don't separate yourself in a way that's going to be healthy for you emotionally. You do have the potential to have this Queen of Pentacles energy. This is a badass bitch because she is stable in all ways, and she's very comfortable. She's very loving. She's very nurturing. She's one with nature. She's good. But you're going to have to drop some things. But the sacrifice is so worth it, because this is low anyway. You don't want to feel like this anyway. You don't want to have this over you anyway. You absolutely have the opportunity for new fun things if you just finish out this process. Okay? Thank you, Aquarius. If you would like a personal reading, you guys can email me. She's vibeytarot@gmail.com. I'll talk to you later. Bye.